It's about to. Oh, they actually predicted what we were going to say. They made the sentence that we were all going to use to describe our joy of having a new Crash game a part of the game's title. These guys know, don't they? Ladies and gentlemen, Crash is back. Well, I mean, he's back with a new game. Crash himself has actually been back for a few years now. Starting with the N. Sane trilogy back in 2017, basically all three original Crash games remastered. For what, £35? That's mental! Even more mental now when you look at Mario 3D All-Stars, which was recently released for Mario's 35th anniversary, and realise just how much it resembles a real-life turd. Listen, this ain't the video to be talking about it though. Go search it up on YouTube to find out more about it, but all I'm going to say is, Nintendo, you could have done better with it. The point is, Crash Bandicoot is at the top of the mountain where he belongs. Now with this beautiful game to further cement his return to that pedestal. Now to be that guy, I don't have the game yet. Yay! Lay off, okay? The new features in FIFA Career Mode were calling me, and well, I was only paying for one of them this month because money is the biggest bitch we've all ever met, but I'm definitely getting Crash 4, without question. I just gotta wait a little longer, and I plan to make a video centered around it once I've completed it. What I'm gonna do today though is keep Crash in the spotlight by bringing up the other remaster of his that came out recently. That being Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, if you couldn't tell from the delicious gameplay on screen right now. I mentioned during my Team Sonic Racing video that this more or less gave a hand in burying the game to begin with, never to see the light of day again. Why? Well, simply because this game was awesome. Oh, but wait, why was Crash Nitro Fueled awesome? Well, the answer to that question is pretty simple also. Beenox realised that when making a game, it will actually become a successful product when you put the fans first, instead of the disgusting and brainless microtransactions. Although, Activision tried their absolute best to incorporate them into the game, and to that I ask, why? Why? Why do you choose to be like this? So what did Beenox do exactly? Well, they made sure to keep the game alive for as long as possible, adding in new content, free content, to the game every month through their special Grand Prix events. With these events, new characters, character skins, carts, stickers and accessories for kart customization, and a brand new map were given to us on a golden plate. Now, why a golden plate? Because when the hell are we ever given anything these days when it comes to games? Nah man, you gotta pay for that shit. You gotta pay just for the 0.53 chance of getting that player you want through packs in Ultimate Team. It's crap how filled to the brim games are with microtransactions these days, so seeing all this free content that was being given to us was definitely a welcome change. Now there were a couple ways of getting your hands on new content when it was brought into the game, both ways giving you a reason to come back to it and to keep on playing it. It gives you something new to accomplish, something new to earn. The first way is through the Nitro Gauge. It's more or less a progression meter which you fill up by playing the game and completing challenges, whether it's just for playing the adventure mode or showing the world your karting skills online. The Nitro Gauge is filled across 3 tiers: bronze, silver and gold. As you progress through the gauge, you'll unlock the new items put into the game. The second option being the in-game store, the pit stop, where you use your in-game currency which you've earned just from playing the game to be able to buy and unlock all these new additions, as well as content that you could only get through the pit stop when the game first released. They even gave the Grand Prix their own theme as well, making them even more exciting. For example, you had the spooky and festive tours, both centered around the holidays that were occurring around their time, those being Halloween and Christmas. But when a holiday or event isn't the reason behind the Grand Prix, it will instead be centered around something else. Examples include the Nitro Tour. The purpose of that tour was to bring more female characters into the game, because besides Coco, it was more or less a sausage fest before the Nitro Squad came rolling along. You then had the Back in Time Tour, which was centered around... shouldn't take a genius to answer that question. Bringing in a prehistoric-like track along with our boy Baby T, as well as baby versions of Crash and Coco. You know, in case you still had no idea what the tour was about, these two more or less slapped the answer into your face. Then you had the fucking Spyro Tour, which had fucking Spyro in. So yeah, pretty cool. And we can't forget the awesome finale the Grand Prix had with the Gas Moxia Tour, which was the game's antagonist, Nitrous Oxide's home planet. Every single month, Beenox would just blow our minds up with the content pump as we cried tears of joy because for once in our lives, we were actually being valued and awarded for wasting our money on the game, but this is definitely an instance where money wasn't wasted and the price was all worth it. Sadly though, good things never last forever. Beenox couldn't do this forever. They had other things on their to-do list that had to be done. One of those things was actually working with Toys for Bob to create different modes for Crash 4, giving us new and fun ways to play the game, adding even more replay value to it. But with this, and most likely other projects they may have in store, the stop for Crash Nitro Fueled had to be made, and thus it was announced to us in a blog post by Beenox that they had moved on to his other projects, and that this was indeed the end of the road for Crash Team Racing. Now, as sad as that is, can we actually be mad at this? Hell no! As I said a moment ago, Beenox couldn't do this forever, simply because there'll eventually be a time where they can't put any new content in, because they've more or less brought everything from Crash's history into this game, and to be honest, they were pretty close to actually achieving that anyway. But Beenox worked their asses off to give us a game that we will cherish for years to come. I mean, the original PS1 version is still cherished, but this was something more than that. This was a tribute to Crash, as well as a tribute to everyone who has stuck along with Crash for this long. It almost feels like a thank you because of how much we were given, and Beenox didn't have to do this. They could have just given us a remake of the original, and we would have still been happy. But no, they went above and beyond to please us, and give us a game that is as close to perfection as possible. So with that being said, I want to say thank you to Beenox. Even though they'll never see this, I want to say thanks anyways. You gave us something truly special with this game, and for that, I thank you. Thank you so much for making the people, the gamers, the fans of the series the main priority of the game, fighting on the light side against the darkness that is companies like EA and Activision. Thank you for everything you gave and everything you're still giving us with the modes you've made for Crash 4. Thank you. Please make sure to pick up your crown you've dropped on the way out, because you deserve it, Kings. You deserve it. Just like the fans deserve a game like this to begin with, because they have been fucked over way too much for way too long now. So, if you haven't got this game yet, then what the hell are you doing, man? I mean, it's not going to get any better than it is now, because no more updates are going to be put into the game, but seriously, get yourself Team Racing. It's one of the best kart races, if not the best kart racer out there right now, and honestly, you're missing out on quite a bit, even though the game is practically finished. And I'm kind of saying that as a plea more than a request, mainly because of the fact that I've noticed when coming back to play this game, the servers are much quieter than what they used to be. I get it, that's obvious, no more updates being put into the game, the traction has gone somewhere else, Crash 4 is coming out, this game isn't really going to get as much attention anymore. But I don't want this game to go down the same path as Team Sonic Racing in terms of it being completely forgotten. I doubt that it'll ever come to that, but you never know. So, everyone do me a solid. Get your asses back onto this game when you've got the chance, when you've got time in your lives, and just to appreciate how good of a game this truly is, because it truly is one of a kind. Also, Dingodile swears in Crash 4.
Ah, bastards!